Well, I sent a message to Marcus regarding getting this the roller door fixed, the electric roller door. And to his credit, he did actually ring me back today, and he just left with David, who he works with, and they seem to have basically got it working again. Although to get the door shut, David had to sort of push it down at the same time, so it wasn't working particularly well. It'll have to be nursed around, I think, because you know, they're of the opinion that the actual the motor should have been a bit further back, so that it could have pulled that mechanism there could have pulled it right down to the end of the rail, so it would have, you know, at the moment it only goes up to about that height. But I'm not even going to test it because I just want to make sure it's shut. That's the main thing, because I won't be using it much. He won't be able to get rid of the Cuban Royal over there for a couple of weeks, but that's fine, because he reckons it cost about $150 a year to have it trimmed. So what's the point of doing that? I'd rather just get rid of the bloody thing. It'll cost me $500, and that'll be the end of it. And then I'll just put some lower maintenance trees in that aren't going to cause that sort of angst. Right now, I'm going to go back to give the motor mower another go. If I can't have any joy with it, I might pop over to my neighbours tomorrow and see if they've got any clues on how to get this bloody thing to work, because it's very frustrating. So it's in the shed. Well, I must have pulled that cord about 15 times just then, and it just wasn't turning over. So I've put the lever back off and just let it rest for a few moments and give it another go. Otherwise I'll have to ask the assistance of my next door neighbour, and failing that, might have to consider maybe getting an electric version of the mower, because this is just too hard. This is a pain. I don't remember it being this hard when I was a kid doing the mowing, but I think we had a Victor, and this is a cheap one, so it's pretty cheap and nasty by the looks of things. Not happy. It's a difficult taking it back to Bunnings, because one thing is I don't have the receipt. It's actually Adam bought it in using his card, and I guess you can find it for me and just return the bloody thing, because I'm just not happy with it. I tried pulling that cord 20 times. I counted it this time, and it just would not turn over, so I'll give it one last try tomorrow morning before heading over to my neighbours and see if they've got any idea at all that might help me get this thing to work more reliably, because it's just pathetic. It's the third day in a row I've had to try this, and in the past, after one day, it seemed to work the first time, but it hasn't been the case this time round. So, you know, I've only done about 3 mows with it, so it's not like it's been overly used. Well, it's Saturday. I'm about to head out and have another go at the motor mower. Don't like my chances, but we'll see how it all pans out. Any luck, the thing might actually kick over and start. I have made a little bit of progress today when it comes to my plan to get the landscaping done. I've accepted a job. A guy actually contacted me, I think his name's Chris. I think his name's Chris, yeah. He contacted me, and he's a landscaper who's got quite a few good reviews in Airtasker, and I thought this guy would be worth a try anyway, so I've agreed to the initial job for $500. I don't even know how much work he'll put in for that, but he did have photos of his jobs, and the stuff he's done looks okay. Looking at wooden sleepers, and he said you can vary the height to suit your own needs, so it's quite flexible. So that sounds okay. And with any luck, he'll be able to pop over here next Saturday, 1 week's time. He might be just checking out what he needs to get, or he might start the job. I'm not sure what the situation is there, but if it all works out, he'll get quite a bit of work from me, because there's a lot of beds that I want to get built around here, I've got to look to the future too about future paving and what have you. So if I want to expand the actual garden, once I've got the side over there done and that little bit there for a fernery and the front, then I've got to think very carefully about where else. I mean, down the back is obvious. I can do the back. But that after that, then it becomes part of the overall plan of what I do with paving and what have you. So it's quite a bit to think about to make sure it's all integrated. Exciting stuff, but there's a lot of things to think about. Make sure I've got a decent design. So anyway, got that to think about, and right now I'll just head back to the shed of horrors over there, which has got my mower in there, and hopefully I can get some life out of it. So we'll see how we go. I also I was a bit worried about the way these spinach are looking. Maybe they're getting too much sun, I don't know, but they've got the cane toads underneath them. I revealed it earlier today. I might have to place these somewhere else. The cane toads might be nibbling at the roots. Who knows what's going on? So I think I'll move them away from there, and that might be better for them because they're just not looking that healthy compared to the other ones. They're looking, really good. So yeah, I think a change of location might be good for them. Oh, I got nowhere with the motor mower again. Now look, I'm going to move these. Bugger it. Now, you'll see the cane toads underneath when I move them. See them? It's there. So I'm going to put this, give it a bit more shade maybe down here. Right, well, I got myself the 2 bottles of Wolf Plus Port, no problem. Only thing is, now I've got to go down back this way. Yeah, when I was walking up here, there's quite a few pedestrians, so probably would have been better off just actually riding along the road. It's quite busy down here. Anyway, let's see if we can get across here without too much traffic. Oh well, it's Monday, and I'm going to have another go at getting the motor mower working. I've had 3 futile attempts in the past, and I'll give it one more chance. I didn't do it yesterday. I was a bit hungover, and I went out to lunch, so I just didn't get round to actually doing it. But the grass is getting a little higher. I'll get myself plenty of arm exercise pulling that cord. It'll be a futile effort, no doubt, but what the hell. I've got nothing better to do. I have to wander down to the beach today. I haven't checked out the sea for a while, so that's something I've got to do as well. Well, I'll put this off for a while. I'm going to have my intermittent wander down to the beach. I mean, that's one of the reasons I bought this place, is to be close to the beach, and I haven't been down there for a couple of weeks, I think. And that's typical. You do this sort of thing. You think, wow, isn't it great to be in that location, but you don't take advantage of it. And it's a classic. I reckon a lot of the people living here would not have gone down there very often at all. But I'm going to do it today. It also gives me an excuse to have a yak to camera, and so that's something I want to do. Had a fairly productive day. It's been very frustrating with my motor mower, as you no doubt are aware, given the many references I've made to the damn thing not starting. But what I discovered today is there's a little button down below, and it's a primer. And guess what? If you push it a couple of times, the motor responds much better to the cord being pulled. And so the spark plug actually had some fuel to work with. Obviously it must have been dry as a bone, because I must have pulled that damn thing about 30 to 40 times prior to getting it to turn over today. But once I actually pushed the primer, first time it started. Although the weird thing is, I also discovered that I can actually reduce the throttle on the motor. I wasn't aware that actually you could throttle it down, but you can do that too. But the other thing that was strange is that I got through about 3/4 of the mow, and then I it ran out on me. It ran out of juice. So I had to go and get some more fuel for it. When I tried to start it again, it took a few goes. Now that's unusual once it's warm. In the past, if the motor mower's been warm, it's been used, it usually starts straight away first time. So that was totally counterintuitive. So I don't know how many mechanics are watching this channel, might be able to give me some advice on this, but I mean, at least the thing's working. At least I found that primer, and that does appear to be doing the trick. It's a lot easier than me trying to actually take the spark plug out and see how clean it is. I couldn't even work out where the bloody spark plug is actually. I did get I've got the attachment to do it, but it's not the same as the one I looked at online. It was a different make, and that particular one was in a different position. So, but if I kept looking, I guess I'd find. But I did find the primer as a bonus, so that's good. Other thing that happened today is I got a couple of deliveries today, and I've been waiting on my seeds for some time, and they turned up. And they're good people, the people that sell these seeds. They actually added a bonus pack in there because they suspected it would be a late delivery. So that was nice of them. And they're good communicators online, so that was good. And I also got a pair of shorts that I've been waiting for. And so I got 2 light items that were posted today, so that was great. So yeah, it's been a fairly productive day. I was planning on going down to a meetup tomorrow morning at 9:30. There's a group of people just having a wander down the botanical gardens, and it's a weekday meetup group basically. Most of the activities seem to happen down in Cairns itself, which is a bit of a pain, because I actually joined a couple of groups. One was just an open group. We didn't have to get the okay to be a member, and that was just what's it called, Laughs and Lattes I think it's called. So it's an open group, and there's a few hundred people that join that, and it looks as though it's Northern Beach based, although a lot of their activities are not in the Northern Beaches, which is damn annoying, because that's where I want to go. I like to go somewhere I could actually ride the push bike to. That would be ideal. But they do have an activity down at one of the other beaches, but I'd have to take the bus there. It's a pizza night on a Friday at 6 o'clock, so I might do that. Because I mean, freshly made pizza is always better than when you're heating up the frozen ones you buy at the supermarket. I'm getting another supermarket delivery tomorrow too. I'm going to get Coles to deliver. It's a great service, although one thing that pissed me off about Coles is they're a bit woke, like so many corporates are. They had all this crap about sustainability in some sort of a release to the ASX, Australian Stock Exchange, because you get notations from stocks you own if they've actually got some messages. You can check them out, and it was an announcement about how they're all sort of wonderful and sustainable in the way they're running their business and all this sort of crap. It's a red flag to me. I just want companies that are focused on maximising profit for shareholders. I don't want them doing evil things, but I'm sick to death of this virtue signalling. I mean, it's just and companies that do it excessively, I think you'll find that they aren't doing as well, because, as I say, their focus is not on the core business, and it leads to things like banks starting to discriminate against people because of their political views, that type of crap happening. I've got all my shares now are in the CommBank. I ditched ANZ for that reason, because ANZ are very woke, and their share price is not doing that well. When you consider that the CommBank one has really rocketed up, I looked at ANZ's, and it's pretty much the same ballpark range of what I sold them at, about $28. So they really haven't done that well, and that sort of tends to reinforce my perception about shares. That's a share tip I'd give you. Look, I think go for companies that are focused on their core business. I mean, you know, a classic example of that would probably be something like Harvey Norman. Because Jerry Harvey is not a guy who's going to be into anything woke, and his retail chain seems to do pretty well overall, and probably would have been a good investment as it turned out. But I mean, I have actually bought stuff off them too, and I haven't got any great issues. I think they're a reasonable company. So yeah, I think there is some truth to that. Kicking myself I didn't buy more of those SHV shares, which are the almond producers. They've done really well, and GrainCorp have got even higher than when I sold them. So yeah, I thought food would be a good investment. I was right, but I've sold out too early and cut my profits. So you know, it's always difficult to work out the exact sweet spot, but I'm still taking profits. So I'm doing something right. So I'm doing things that are wrong too. I've got some shocking investments that need to be cleaned out too. So it's not all rosy stuff. Anyway, should be getting a sea breeze any second there. Almost there. And I'll just sit. I'm pretty pooped actually because I did all that bloody mowing, and can't say it's the most pleasant thing to do. I wouldn't mind using an electric mower, but I don't know if it'll be up for the task. I think it's got all those seeds, but what I don't have seed boxes. I don't have, it's not spare ones, and I don't have enough soil. I've got to get. They've got the landscaping guy coming around on Saturday apparently, so that'll be good. But I'd like him to start work straight away, but I don't know whether he's going to. I might just have to send him a message, say, look, can we just get these things organised so you can get started on this? Because I've got the earth sitting around. I've just got to basically switch it to the raised beds once he's constructed it. Because I really want to get the front yard done so I can actually put plant shrubs and say a fruit tree, which would be nice. It would provide a lot of shade and also be productive as far as providing a bit of free fruit. I mean, you're in Queensland, for God's sake, might as well get something like mangoes or whatever growing in the front yard, something tropical. And seems crazy to get from supermarkets when you've got if you set up your soil well, you know, they'll grow, because the conditions are pretty benign if they've got good soil to work with. Oh, that's the theory anyway. So yeah, we'll ride the bike down here sometime, but not today. I wanted to spend a little bit more time. I was going to sit over there, but there's someone using it, using that bench, but there's another one coming up here, I think. So it gets pretty quiet up this end, because this is the opposite end to the barbecues, and I don't spend as much time up here. So when I initially found the place, I ended from up this way. But, I mean, you know, I think it's amazing it can be such a, you know, it's a reasonable sized place. Cairns by provincial standards, 150,000, but you can still find yourself a pretty isolated beach because it's weekdays. There's no one around, and like I say, the local residents don't crowd down here. That's for sure. Maybe after work and when the kids are out of school, it might be better, because the schools would have just knocked off. So yeah, maybe they come down a little later. I don't know. Main thing is they're not here now. I want some tranquility. I would like a bench so I could just sit down on my fat ass and take it easy. I don't really want to do any walking. I've done enough exercise today. So there's got to be a bench here soon. This is almost down the other end of the path. There's only one back there, guys. Someone's got themselves a tennis court. Yeah, no, a tennis court, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be nice, playing tennis with the sound of the sea in the background? Not bad, not shabby. Yeah, so that's the end of it. I did not see one other bench. That's weird. They must be all down that end, because there are others. Well, there's one here, but it'd be nice to have one actually on the beach itself. Well, I could just go down there, I guess. Oh, sit on the sand. Why not? Yeah, it's a pretty good view down there. We'll walk down the beach, wouldn't we, lad? Doing it tough in Kewarra. Very nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's not too turbulent, the water. Reasonable day. Let's see up here. That's good, makeshift. It'll work. There you go. Whew. Yeah, it's a good breeze. This will be nice in summer. It is one of the things I just don't get where I am. I don't get that much of a breeze. Nothing like I do at Parramatta Park. I've got to get myself another compost bin. I need one for all the palm fronds that are lying around the house. It's looking pretty untidy. I need to really cut them up, and then I'll shove them in the compost bin. I want to get quite a large one. I'm trying to. Oh, it's a 300 litre capacity. Yeah, that's right. So the one I currently have is half that size. So it'd be quite a jump, and also has a separate door below the actual compost bin itself, so you can, the stuff that's actually been has actually turned into pure compost, you can shovel that out and allow the other stuff to continue working. Palm fronds will take forever. They're very fibrous, and they can take a long time to break down apparently. But if you got it out, the compost bin out in the sun, and I add the coffee grinds in a liquid form to them, that should help eat everything up. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.